All right, so I wanted to do a quick little tutorial on SoundTrap. I know with all this distance learning, there's a lot of collaborative things going around, and I think SoundTrap's getting a little bit lost in how powerful and amazing it is. So I am going to start a project by clicking Enter Studio, and it's going to pop up, and I'm going to say this is a podcast later. And so there are a lot of tools, and I'm going to go through those tools in a minute. But first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new track and a microphone track. And right here you can see this is my input device. There's you can pick the default microphone, but I have an analog to digital converter. And all you have to do is hit Start Test right there. And what it's going to do, it's going to set your gain for you. So this is really awesome because you don't exactly need to know what you're doing. I use Adobe Audition for my podcast, and I'm really thinking about switching over to SoundTrap. It's not as complex, and it's not as powerful, but they have some benefits that using like Audition wouldn't have. So the main one being collaboration. So I'm going to click Share, and you can put people in here through email and invite them, and they'll be able to edit. But if you are interviewing a guest, you're going to hit Create Guest Call. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that, go over to my second screen, and I'm going to send that email to my younger daughter, Cal, and she's going to be coming in as our guest. The first thing I want to do is turn off monitoring enabled because we're going to get this really bad echo because it's going to pick up what we're saying. And so while we're waiting for her, just a couple quick things. This is your master volume. That's your record button, stop, rewind, play, fast forward. And you can do a lot of things in here that I'm not going to show, but if you go into the Loop Studio, you can make, there's lots of loops and beats. Hey, there's Cal. So we're going to, hopefully this is going to work. We've tried this a few times, and so we're going to see, hey, Callie, can you hear me? Oh, I can hear you wonderfully. Third time's a charm, right? So Callie is set up on a Chromebook with a Yeti microphone, but you could use a headset, earphones if you wanted to. What's really nice is we can also chat over here in this chat window if we wanted to talk about something, right, Cal? Chat, not chaw. So chat window, that's right. And so if I need to turn her up, I'm just going to hit volume right there. Now, her screen does not have everything I have. It literally has a chat window and just kind of a main window in a video where she can see my head. And so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say set up voice tracks. I'm going to record mine on mic, and my input is going to be my AD. And for her, she's going to be on a new track, and it's going to be her audio, which she's already set up. And so I'm going to hit set up. And you can see both of them are enabled right there. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to hit record. And so right now we are recording a podcast. We're on day, 4 or 5 of no school or distance learning, right, Cal? And we're finding things to do. What did we do today? That's right, we chalked our fence. So whenever, let's say we were done, I'm going to hit stop, and it's going to take a minute to process. And what are you seeing on your side, Cal? Because I can't see are you seeing 2 sound waves? All right, so here's something great. I'm going to go to setting, and I'm going to share project audio with her. Now, if she opens up SoundTrap, she's now going to have access to that. And I can also invite her as a collaborator if I put her email in there, which I'm not going to do. I just realized that probably isn't wise to put your email on the internet, huh, Cal? Nope. And so now we recorded a podcast. Well, not really. This is an example of one. So some of these examples, I can mute her. I can shut off my video. Not her. I can mute me. I can shut off my video. I can make this bigger. That's really big. We're going to go back down. And then I can go with settings. And so, and then we can chat in here, obviously. And so how easy was that once we figured out all the settings? You just clicked on the link and you were in? Awesome. So pretty easy. All right. Well, I'm going to leave call and I'm going to finish up, and I'll see you in a few minutes. Yeah, you. I'll see you in a few. All right. And so the chat is still in there. I'm going to close that chat. And so now you can see there is a couple of windows here. And we're on separate tracks. The great thing about separate tracks is you can go in and you can change volume for each track separately. You can go in and you can add different effects, and there is a lot of effects in here. Some are free, some are not. I'm actually on a 30-day trial for the Supreme version, and I think I'm going to pay for it. I think it's that good. And what's really nice is if I click on transcripts, I am going to say transcribe. And what that's going to do, it's actually going to go and transcribe everything that I said, and I can transcribe both of them. And it's going to take about a minute. And so I'm going to click out of that. Maybe I won't. There we go. And so you can add new tracks. And like I said, if you want to browse loops, there's all these loops, and there's thousands, I think 5,000 loops for the premium one. There's instruments you can create. You can actually compose and do a lot of different things. And then you just want to make sure you save. So the one thing that's really interesting with this is, I used to teach Pro Tools and some other editing software, and you can do a lot of things in this that you can do there. If you go, here is now the transcripts. And so now what's really amazing, if I wanted to take this, that word and hit delete, it deleted the word and up here. So, and now when I kind of moved it around, it moved around. It's really impressive. So I'm going to hit save. When you're done, you can export these as an MP3, as a WAV. If you're podcasting, you can actually go and export it straight to Spotify. I'm going to exit out, and there's different places where you can do that on here. I believe right there, publish podcast when it's done. And so that's a quick overview of SoundTrap. There are a lot more pieces to it, but it's one thing that I think is getting left out when it comes to some of the collaboration, because a lot of stuff's going to other software, and SoundTrap's been around for a little while, but it's a really, really nice tool, and I highly recommend it for student collaboration and student-teacher collaboration and teacher-teacher collaboration. Hope this was informative. Have a great day.